Imagine this. You're sitting across from someone you really care about, and suddenly, you notice it. The way they look at you changes. It's subtle but unmistakable. A flicker of doubt, a tiny shift in respect. And in that small moment, something breaks. What happened? What did they see that you didn't? Before we dive deeper, if you're serious about becoming stronger, wiser, and truly independent, subscribe to Stoic Legacy. Here, we build unshakable men every single day. Most men have no clue when they're leaking strength. They walk through life quietly begging for approval, needing someone, anyone, to tell them they're enough. Women can sense it instantly. It's not about cruelty, it's biology. They're wired to detect strength, and just as easily, weakness. When you seek validation, you're unconsciously telling the world, I don't know who I am. Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. But most men flip this. They surrender power to others. They let compliments, likes, attention dictate their worth. Validation seeking isn't just weak, it's self-abandonment. Stoicism teaches you to reverse this. Become your own validator. Respect yourself first. Sure, admiration feels good, but needing it? That's the slow death of masculinity. A man who stands firm in himself radiates something different. He commands respect without demanding it. He draws loyalty without begging for it. Women notice. Men notice. Everyone notices. Because real strength can't be faked, and it can't be given. It must be claimed from within. Let's be real. Most men today run from conflict like it's a burning building. They think avoiding hard conversations keeps the peace, but it doesn't. It kills respect, quietly, slowly, and women pick up on it immediately. A man who sidesteps confrontation signals fear, not kindness. Before we get deeper, if you're serious about building real inner strength, subscribe to Stoic Legacy. This channel is about forging the kind of men who don't flinch when life gets tough. Stoicism teaches that conflict isn't something to avoid, it's something to master. It's not about throwing fists or shouting louder. It's about standing tall in uncomfortable moments, speaking with clarity, and holding your ground without being emotional. When you avoid conflict, you send the message, I can be pushed. No one, especially not a woman, feels safe trusting a man who can't handle tension. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, war, and political chaos, yet he stayed composed because he knew this. You can't control what others do. You can only control your own responses. So why fear conflict? Why fear someone's disapproval? It's inevitable. Stoicism reminds us that discomfort is part of life and growth. When you face conflict, you're not just fighting for your position, you're signaling self-respect. You're showing the world you're not afraid to defend your values, your boundaries, or your mission. A man who can calmly handle conflict commands admiration without ever asking for it. Women sense it in the way you speak, the way you hold eye contact, the way you stand unshaken when others flail. You don't need to pick fights to prove your strength. You simply need to be unafraid of standing firm when the moment demands it. That's real power. That's stoic masculinity. Picture this. You're out with someone important to you, and something minor goes wrong. Maybe the food's late, someone says something irritating, or plans shift. Do you stay calm? Or do you let it rattle you? Here's the reality. If you're easily triggered by small things, you reveal something much bigger, a lack of control over yourself. And women notice. Quickly, before we dive deep, if you're serious about mastering yourself and your emotions, subscribe to Stoic Legacy. We're building men who don't get shaken by every little wave. Stoicism teaches one brutal truth. Life will never cater to your emotions. It's not about what happens to you. It's how you respond. Epictetus, one of the great Stoics, said it best. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you react impulsively, you're basically saying, the world controls me. And no woman, no person, respects a man who can't control himself. Being reactive isn't just about anger or frustration. It's about constantly needing life to behave a certain way to feel okay. It's weakness disguised as passion. A Stoic man, he sets the tone. He doesn't let external events yank him around like a puppet. He chooses his response with intention, not emotion. Women are highly tuned to this. They feel it in how you handle a bad day, an awkward moment, a slight insult. They instinctively know if you're solid inside, or just pretending. When you're proactive, you lead with calm. You don't wait for the world to push you into a reaction. You set your own pace. Your emotions don't own you. And in that steadiness, in that self-mastery, women see strength. Not just strength they respect, but strength they feel safe with. Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, what am I actually moving toward? Or are you just waking up, drifting through the day, reacting to whatever shows up? Because here's the truth, women can feel when a man is aimless. It's not just unattractive, it's a signal of weakness. Before we dive deep, if you're ready to build a life with clear direction and power, subscribe to Stoic Legacy. We don't just exist, we create. Purpose isn't optional for a man, it's essential. Without it, you're like a ship without a rudder. You might stay afloat, but you're at the mercy of every wave, every gust of wind. Stoicism demands more from us. It asks, what do you want your life to stand for? What kind of man are you becoming every day? Women are naturally drawn to men with purpose. It's not about money or fame. It's about the inner fire, the certainty that your life has weight and meaning. A man with purpose moves differently. He speaks with conviction. He makes decisions with clarity. He doesn't get pulled into petty drama because he's too focused on his mission. And if you don't have a purpose yet, good. This is your call to find one. It can be anything: mastering your craft, building a business, leading your family, serving your community. The form doesn't matter. The fire does. Start small if you must. Set one meaningful goal and pursue it with everything you have. When you live with intention, you radiate strength without saying a word. Women sense it. The world senses it. But more importantly, you sense it. And once you feel that power inside, you'll never go back to drifting again. Have you ever paused at a simple choice, where to eat, what to say, how to act, and felt that sinking frustration build inside you? Women notice it immediately. Indecision isn't harmless. It signals insecurity, a lack of leadership, and emotional instability. Before we dive deeper, if you're serious about mastering your mindset and becoming the man who moves with clarity, subscribe to Stoic Legacy. We build men who decide, and who own their choices. Understand this: life demands decisions. Stoicism teaches that hesitation is often fear dressed up as thinking it through. A real man uses reason, not fear, to guide him. Even if the decision turns out wrong, the act of choosing builds strength. Women aren't drawn to men who waffle, overanalyze, or look to others to tell them what to do. They respect men who assess, commit, and move forward. Each time you hesitate, you send a message, to yourself and to the world, that you don't trust your own judgment. And if you don't trust you, why would anyone else? Start with small choices. Practice deciding quickly and confidently. It's a muscle you can build. With every decision, you solidify your identity, a man of action, not doubt. Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Make your choices align with the man you're becoming. Action transforms hesitation into momentum. Clarity attracts respect. Confidence becomes natural. And once you become decisive, you'll realize it's not just about women noticing. It's about you becoming unstoppable. Have you ever wondered why being the nice guy doesn't always win respect or attraction? It's not because kindness is bad, it's because self-betrayal disguised as kindness is weakness. Before we dig in, If you're ready to evolve into a man who leads with strength and kindness, subscribe to Stoic Legacy. This is where nice becomes powerful. Understand this. Women can feel when you're not being true to yourself. When you constantly say yes, agree to things you don't want, and prioritize others' needs over your own boundaries, you're not being noble, you're abandoning yourself. Stoicism teaches us to practice justice and kindness, but never at the cost of integrity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. A good man is kind and firm. You don't have to be cruel or dominant. You simply have to honor your own values first. Every time you betray your instincts just to please, you chip away at your self-respect." And women feel that at a gut level. It repels them, even if they can't explain why. Instead, speak your truth calmly. Set boundaries without anger. Say no without guilt. Respect yourself, and others will too. When your kindness comes from strength rather than fear, it's magnetic. You become the man who chooses compassion, not the man trapped by it. Remember, niceness rooted in fear screams weakness, but kindness rooted in strength commands respect. And once you master that balance, everything in your relationships will shift. Think about this. Are you acting from strength or from fear? Fear of loss is one of the most invisible yet damaging weaknesses a man can carry, and women can sense it faster than you think. Before we dive deeper, if you're serious about leveling up your mindset and relationships, subscribe to Stoic Legacy. It's time to lead, not chase. When you fear losing your partner, your job, your status, you start clinging, pleasing, and compromising who you are. You start making decisions based on not losing rather than winning. Stoicism teaches us a vital truth. Everything external is temporary. Epictetus said, "You may fetter my leg, but not even Zeus has the power to break my freedom of choice." Your true power lies in what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, your character, not the outcome. When a man moves through life afraid of losing what he has, he shrinks himself to fit circumstances. He gets cautious, hesitant, reactive, and that's the opposite of strength. Women are biologically wired to notice security versus insecurity. It's primal. A man rooted in fear radiates instability. A man rooted in acceptance radiates calm, grounded strength. When you release the fear of losing anything outside of you, you project abundance, confidence, and emotional safety. You don't just appear stronger, you become stronger. Losing something doesn't destroy you, losing your center does. Remember, you cannot lose what's truly yours. Focus on mastering yourself, not clinging to what you fear to lose, and you'll transform the way women, and the world, respond to you. Here's the truth most men never hear. Strength isn't about pretending you're fearless or invincible. It's about mastering yourself from the inside out. Stoicism isn't some ancient philosophy stuck in dusty books. It's a living code you can apply every single day. When you stop seeking validation, when you face conflict with calm, when you live with purpose, make decisions boldly, set boundaries without guilt, and let go of the fear of loss, you become untouchable. You stop reacting and start leading. You stop chasing and start attracting. Every man has the potential to build unshakable strength, but it takes work. It takes reflection, discipline, and the willingness to grow past the easy habits that keep you stuck. If you felt even a flicker of truth in this video, it's a sign that the strongest version of you is ready to emerge, if you're willing to act. Subscribe to Stoic Legacy for more deep dives like this. Share this with a brother who needs to hear it. Leave a comment and let me know which of the 7 signs hit you the hardest. This is a journey we're taking together, a journey toward real strength, real confidence, and real freedom. Until next time, stay grounded, stay sharp, and remember, the only thing you truly control is yourself. Master that, and you master life.